San Francisco 49ers star receiver Deebo Samuel has been traded.
I get the phone call, start spazzing like pure joy, excitement.
I feel like we got unfinished business here.
I'm pretty much, whoever you need me to be on the field. If you need me to go in the slot, you need me to go outside, you need me to just get that third down for you.
There's an identifiable culture right now in Washington, and it was, certainly a relentless attacking approach on both sides of the ball.
Washington pulled to the line! Reaching, is he in? He is! Touchdown, Washington!
Just seeing how they fit culture-wise, how they fit athletically, and just find out how they're wired.
Man, are we looking for the competitive spirit in a player.
I talked to him, the team is ready to win right now and doing the work to do so. So it's great when the front office is aligned with that.
When you see the front office doing any and everything to bring guys in and to bring in players, you know that they're willing to win now.
We are in sunny Mobile, Alabama for a day defined by opportunity, the illustrious Senior Bowl. This is a moment these athletes have been preparing for their entire lives. It's a chance to showcase their skills while surrounded by some of the best college football talent in the nation, with hopes of getting one step closer to their dreams of making it to the NFL.
Senior Bowl are the top college football players throughout the country, east, west, north, and south. Actually, it's a great opportunity for us to really now get to know these kids, as what type of kids they are, and then just watch them put their talents on display throughout the week, through practice and the game.
When we come into this arena, we get a chance to really, really get in their heads and just find out how they're wired, basically. And, we want to bring to our culture, which we built, and AP and DQ have built in that 1 year to make this guys that do come into our area to be the best they can be.
See their guy.
I bet they have a pass. I hope they do.
Yeah.
They need to.
Yeah.
It's a great experience for him, man.
We have structured interviews every night. We get to find out about their background, know what they are as a kid, and then just watch them put their talents on display throughout the week, through practice and the game. Find out how well they learn, how hard they compete, how quick they pick things up, how well they interact with in a new environment with new teammates.
And now it's the next phase, the phase of these all-star games, and really just tweaking the guys that we have seen in college, and just seeing how they fit culture-wise, how they fit athletically, and just find out how they're wired. We have a lot of guys in our building right now that can help these young guys and do that. But we really want to have a culture, along with obviously great talented kids.
What Adam and Lance and David and the coaching staff put together as a team, they focused on culture, and it pays off. And I think you're never too old to learn. And it's like, now I got in my mind, along with all the other guys here with our scouting staff, hey, we know that's important. We got to find guys that want to come in here and play. They got each other's back, and they love football. We got to continue to build and add to that culture what we got right now.
Congrats on you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. It's great to have one. Hey.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you.
Yeah. Got some good ones here too that we'd like to get, to build on it. Yeah.
I'm excited. Every time you walk out on the field, you see the players, and you see how they can fit with us. Competition is the big key here. We want to just guys that come and compete their ass off and see how they perform against other players in the country.
It's a grind all year, and now we really just got to start focusing on who we really want to target on, and hopefully we got in the right spot to be able to draft.
The first major event of the NFL offseason set to begin next week. A total of 329 invitations were sent out to the nation's top college football prospects, all looking to boost their draft stock starting on Monday.
Nice ball. Go look at the smoothness here.
There's an identifiable culture right now in Washington, and it was, certainly a relentless attacking approach on both sides of the ball.
The ball's down, Mayfield lost it, and Washington pulled it away! And reaching, is he in? He is! Touchdown, Washington!
And there was certainly a selflessness that I saw last year. I was impressed by the way that the veterans embraced Jaden as a leader right away. And the reality is, if a number 2 overall pick's going to end up becoming a great player like he has already shown that he is, you're going to have to be the leader accepted by your veterans sooner rather than later. The biggest exposure that we're seeing for the first time this week that, at least in the coach's case, they haven't had yet is interpersonal stuff. There are highly regarded prospects who have never met a lot of these head coaches or general managers. So the interviews at night and the medical evaluations that are taking place throughout the day as well are such an integral part of this process that you can't see when you're watching the players on film.
Active day here at the Scouting Combine in Indianapolis.
Ready to rock. So let's do it. First and foremost, it's just a great moment for all these players that have spent their whole lives to get to this point, and it's a great honor to be one of 330 or so players getting ready for the NFL, and it's got to be a really cool moment for them. So I think that's the thing you always want to keep in perspective is how big of a deal it is for those guys and reaching their dreams. In terms of the NFL people, it's a good time to catch up with people you haven't seen in a while. You have a lot of conversation.
Unlike that, they don't say anything off color, like your usual. Yeah. Popcorn. Got some corn. You want some corn? Popcorn's not bad. You can stop eating these. So good. All right, I'll text you.
I'll see you steak. When DQ and I got hired, we had a really kind of shared vision. We realized that we were looking for the same thing in a commander.
Now that Adam and I aren't just picturing it, we've actually seen it. And that's a really big deal. So at the very front of the line, man, are we looking for like the competitive spirit in a player.
A great competitor.
And guys who just absolutely love ball.
A guy who loves football.
They're willing to show that connection to their teammates.
It's really just a person who is going to fit in our locker room and in our culture. And we're really fortunate to bring a lot of those guys in, and that's what we'll look to do again this year.
I often talk about how you're drafting a player, but you're also drafting a person. And if you have an opportunity to interview with a team, it's a really strong first impression that you can make.
It was the best combine interview I've ever had.
What do you say?
Like, I was like belly laughing.
What was he doing?
Just being himself. It was unbelievable.
And you're trying to confirm a lot of the information that you already have or get more answers of stuff that wasn't totally clear.
The margin of difference between some of these prospects that hear their name called a little bit later on in the draft is often so slim that this week can really help fortify the individual that you're drafting, not just the prospect that a team is drafting.
We rely on our scouting staff a great deal, and like I said, I think everybody does things a little bit differently. Obviously we get a lot out of our time on the college campuses. We get a lot from talking to various sources at schools, and that can be very wide-ranging, and it's everybody, like I said, everybody does it a little bit differently. Everybody has different parts of the organization that they might touch and explore. I think when we spend time with these prospects prior to the draft, that's an important thing for us. We have 30 visits. We have local visits at the schools, the pro days. So there's a lot of different touch points, and they're all important.
During the interview process, you're with your college scouts, who you don't get a chance to see that much during the season.
Yeah.
That's kind of a cool connection for you.
It is, and I have such regard for what they do. While we're in a locker room celebrating a big win, they might be, driving from New Mexico State over to, Texas, and looking at another player, but that's the lifeblood of a team. And so to see that connection take place is really important, because we all have the vision for what we want our team to look like and play like and behave like. And so finding the guys with that type of DNA, man, like, it takes extra digging.
The winner of the C.O. Brocato Memorial Award for lifetime service to NFL scouting is Washington's Chuck Cook. Come on up, Chuck.
Scouts aren't usually used to winning awards. We're used to presenting players instead of talking about ourselves. We're talking about players. So this is all new to me. But I tell you what, I've tried to be an example in this business, and I've tried to do the best I can do to help people along the way. And I've been doing this now. It's my life's work. I've been doing this 40 drafts. This will be my 40th draft. I think that the traits for longevity is basically people person, listening, observing, interviewing, evaluating, part-time psychiatrist without the degree, part-time social butterfly. A feel to know the trigger pullers at each school. When you go into school, you got to find the guy that you can get the right information, the right wiring of the player, and that's a big trait that you have to have. And finally, a Rolodex in your head from the experiences you've had all your life to compare past to present players, and that's the key for a veteran scout like myself. But boy, I've had a great run these 40 drafts, and been with 4 teams now. But this new group that came in, the leadership with DQ and AP and our new owner, it's just been absolutely awesome. Thank you again for the honor.
It's nice even when you play out on the road, hey, the scouts in that area, bring them to that game. Guys came back to games, when we were at home towards the end of the year when they had their meetings. And so being in team meetings, being around it, that helps, man, because I want them to know, how important they are, because it's not scouting for the league, it's scouting for the Commanders.
Free agency, you lean back on your scouts draft reports from 4 years ago, and then also you have your contacts in the league that you talk to, the other coaches. Some of the coaches, like last year, a lot of our coaches coached the players that we brought in.
It was a big week for General Manager Adam Peters and the Commanders.
San Francisco 49ers star receiver Deebo Samuel has been traded.
Now, Deebo Samuel wasn't the only big trade that Washington made.
I love the move that the Commanders have made, and I love the trade for Laramie Tunsil. And it's obvious this is the path that so many teams who find that gem at quarterback do go, and I love the fact that they're doing it.
This is an unbelievable upgrade. Laramie Tunsil is one of the best players in football. For the Commanders, we have the guy in the second year of his contract, and we'll take the Laramie Tunsil at left tackle. And then Deebo Samuel, a lot has been made about what Deebo was last year. I'll tell you this, contract year in Cliff Kingsbury's offense, which was the #1 offense in throwing wide receiver screens last year, you better believe you're getting a motivated Deebo Samuel.
Definitely motivated, ready to work, ready to get out here with the guys and get to it.
Yeah, I'm excited about the guys at AP and DQ obviously are bringing in. They were very deliberate last year in the type of people that they brought in. And so when you have a group of people with a common mindset, it just makes it work so much more enjoyable.
We had just landed in New York to go to the fight. As soon as I landed, I get the phone call, and I started tweaking, started spazzing, pure joy, excitement. Man, I was just ready.
When you see the front office doing any and everything to bring guys in and to bring in players, you know that they're wanting to win now.
It just signals that everyone's on the same page, because I know that myself and everyone that I talk to on the team is ready to win right now and doing the work to do so. So it's great when the front office is aligned with that.
I just love the fact that we brought a lot of guys back that played an integral role in our success last year.
Just being here last year, man, and just seeing what this team went through and all that we went through together as a team. And I feel like we got unfinished business here. Not trying to say the future or trying to predict anything, but I feel like this team is special, man. And after the game against Philly, the guys just coming together, just hugging each other and just talking. It was a true bond, that we built last year as a team, and so you don't get that too many places. So I couldn't wait to get back here and couldn't wait for another opportunity just to do it again, and I'm excited for the future, man.
There's no shortage of ballers on this team, man, and you see a team that's led the right way, and the culture's being led the right way. Dan Quinn's, man, is leading these guys, man, and it's hard not to want to run through a brick wall for him.
As I continue to learn what this team is about, I'm adding to what they did last year, bringing that energy, bringing that domination on the field, and practicing hard every single day.
the family that we had last year, which to me really was a family, and guys really truly cared about other people's success. And that team will never be really probably ever together in the same room, maybe ever again. And so for us going into 2025, it's how can we build that connection? How can we build that family atmosphere, that environment where people truly care about people, each other? How can we build that for 2025 and even better than it was last year?
I'm pretty much, whoever you need me to be on the field. If you need me to go on the slot, you need me to go outside, you need me to just get that third down for you. I mean, regardless, I'm a reliable target, and I think that's the biggest thing I bring to the table. Just be there, be in that spot, friendly for the QB.
Nah, that man nice. I was watching him his LSU years, winning the Heisman and coming in and going to the NFC Championship, and he have no fear. He ain't scared of nothing. The moment ain't never too big, so I'm ready to get to work with him.
It started OTA, it started with guys right now working out on their own, and then we get back just keeping that culture and bringing the new guys in and bringing them up to speed with how we do things around here, and just going back to how we did it, grinding our way back to that process.